Good evening. It is now 4:31 p.m. and the regular City Council meeting for the City of Compton for November the 4th, 2025 is now in order. Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Duhart.
Here.
Councilmember Spicer. Councilmember Bowers.
Here.
Councilmember Darton. Mayor Sharif.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Will you please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you, Madam City Clerk. We're now public comments. None for the closed session.
No public comments.
Okay. Well, I need a motion to convene to closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, roll call. No, I need to read this. Closed session conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.5 and 54956.9 D1, Lloyd Ramirez et al. Versus the City of Compton et al., Los Angeles County Superior Court case number 21 STCV 29388. And number 2 is a conference with the legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.5 and 54956.9 D1. And the next case is City of Compton versus Aaron Kadash et al., Los Angeles County Superior Court case number 23 CMC V 00874. And number 3 is conference with labor negotiations pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6. Thank you. Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Agency.
Employment organizations. The International Association of Firefighters, Local 2216, American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Local 2325, and ASME Local 3947, and Service Employees International Union, SEIU, Local 721.
Agency Designated Representative Willie Hopkins, City Manager. Ready for your roll call?
Yes.
Councilmember Duhart.
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer. Councilmember Bowers.
Yes.
Councilmember Darton. Mayor Sharif.
Yes.
You convene to closed session at 4:34 p.m.
Thank you. Gee, a lot of people out here. Madam City Clerk, are we ready? Okay. Madam City Clerk, we need a motion to reconvene closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Councilmember Duhart,
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer,
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers,
Yes.
Councilmember Darden,
Yes.
Mayor Sharif.
Yes.
You reconvene at 5:57 PM.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Now we're at public comments.
No, President.
Is there anything to report out of closed session?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Thank you. On item number 1, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, Lloyd Ramirez et al. Versus the City of Compton et al. The City Council received an update from legal counsel regarding this pending matter. No reportable action was taken. Any reportable action will be disclosed once a final resolution or settlement is executed. And on item number 2, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, City of Compton versus Aaron Kadash et al. The City Council received an update and provided direction to legal counsel. No reportable action was taken. And item number 3, the City Council met with its labor negotiator regarding the above employee organization. No reportable action was taken, and the agency designated representative was Willie Hopkins, the city manager. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We move to presentations, and it's from Enso Law Firm, Attorney David Welch.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk.
Madam Mayor, Council, we asked Attorney Walsh to come today to kind of give you an update on what Enzo Law has been able to do for our city in terms of nuisance abatements across the board, with a primary focus on a lot of things around marijuana abatement. With that, I yield to Attorney David Welch.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager, and good evening, City Council, good evening, City of Compton. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present today. We started this program in April of 2023. The concept and the idea was, how do we work with the city's laws, to enforce the city's laws against those that continue to violate the law? We started with marijuana dispensaries, and recently the city has asked me to go after other nuisance properties. I want to give you a breakdown about 2 years after we started this program. Overall, we've settled against 10 different defendants, garnering for the city over $1.2 million in settlements. We've also received judgments in 9 cases. The total judgments against not only landlords, not only the operators, but also financiers of these legal operations, specifically marijuana dispensaries, is $187 million and change. Those are judgments that we are seeking to enforce. Needless to say, and I'll be very straightforward, some of these individuals don't have bank accounts, don't own property. But we are pursuing them on behalf of the City of Compton. But most importantly, I feel that it sends a message to individuals that you cannot operate illegal dispensaries and illegal businesses in the City of Compton. In addition to marijuana enforcement, the city has asked us to pursue nuisance properties, properties where the property owner refuses to enforce the law. Properties that have burnt down, but the property owner refuses to actually take some action. Properties where the property owner refuses to remove the trash, and they become situs for homelessness, transient encampments, and illegal conduct. And to that, we've also pursued those remedies on behalf of the city. Now, the work we've done has not only, caught the attention of the local residents, but also caught the attention of local media. On the left-hand side, there's an article that the LA Times wrote about an individual the LA Times found to be the owner of a large marijuana brand who was operating a dispensary in the city of Compton or acting as the landlord. LA Times wrote that article and published it, and it got a lot of attention because this individual who the LA Times was writing about is the owner of one of the largest marijuana brands in the state of California. But on behalf of the city of Compton, we were able to enter a settlement agreement with that individual and also stop the illegal conduct taking place at that property. On the right is a Channel 4 news article specifically about the property at 15812 Atlantic Boulevard, which had been a problem for the city over a period of time. We were able to enter into an agreement with that individual landlord and eventually breaking and tearing down the building because it had been a problem for a period of years. The map is an indication, when I'm showing to you now, the red dots are the dispensaries we've closed, and the blue dot is that one dispensary where we are aware of that it remains in the city. We are working with code enforcement, with the sheriff's department, to close that one remaining dispensary. And when that's done, we will have closed with the city and the help of code enforcement, with the help of the city officials, all the illegal dispensaries we're aware of in the city of Compton. Now with that, I want to talk to you about a few cases, a few highlights of matters that we have. The first is regarding 2007 East Compton Boulevard. This was a two-story building in which the landlord, we have alleged in our complaint, allowed the operation of an illegal dispensary on the first floor and then maintained the illegal tenancy, residential tenancy, on the second floor. He had about 13 rooms, residential units on the top floor, all sharing 2 bathrooms. It was not a great sign. We were able to have a receiver appointed to take over that building. Not only that, but we were able to shut down the dispensary with the help of code enforcement, with the help of the sheriff's department. And that property recently sold to a dentist who is going to occupy the building to expand his dental practice. 1600 Tucker is a property that, and this is not a marijuana property, but a property that burnt down a few years ago. We are working, and with the court, we obtained a receivership order, and the court has now taken that property under receivership and is going through the process of obtaining financing to tear down the property, which is currently there in a burnt-out state. 100 block East Raymond. This is a vacant lot, which I talked about before, where there was ample amount of trash, transient population. We were able to get an abatement order to clear that property and recently received a judgment against the property owner and against the property itself that allows the city to go onto the property and clean it as necessary. And also a property that had been a nuisance for us in the city of Compton for some time, 1806 West 136th Street. This was a residential unit in which the previous owner installed multiple illegal tenancies in the back of the property. This property itself went into a receivership order and recently was sold to a new family that wanted to live in Compton. And so I wanted to highlight some of our successes for you, not only about the judgments we received, but also how we're helping the city improve and find those that want to invest in the community and make it better. My last slide talks about how we can continue to do this in building on success. I appreciate the partnership in working with the city of Compton. I appreciate the partnership working with the sheriff's department and working with code enforcement to effectuate the city's laws. I think continued code enforcement and sheriff's department cooperation and immediately citing illegal properties and getting notice of those properties will help us continue this process and this progress we've created. Adherence to city zoning codes, safety and maintaining maintenance laws. Small things like making sure lawns are properly maintained and upkept is going to be an important aspect to maintaining pride in the community. And enforcing accountability, not just against the tenants, but against those who have the most power to effectuate change, the landlords, the financial institutions that oftentimes sit back and let their property be used for illegal conduct. Our goal, and along with the city of Compton, is to protect our neighborhoods, improve the quality of life, and preserve and hopefully increase property values and residents near nuisance sites. And in the end, foster the pride everyone has about this with the city of Compton, to keep encouraging investment in the city itself. So with that, I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Attorney Welch, for coming and presenting this to the community as well as to this council. I did have a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Please.
I noticed here where you said over 1.2, 200, about signed settlements.
Signed settlements, yes, and money collected, the money collected on behalf of the city as well, yes.
Is that all cash money that we are talking about here? $1.2 million? Or is it
Yes.
all properties included in this? Is just all? I'm just trying to find out how much this is real money.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's real money, and I can provide you specific numbers, yes.
Okay. So now the property that we are taking in, the property that they're coming out of receivership, that's our property. Is that correct?
No, the way we should look at it is the court has taken the property. So we go to court and say, Your Honor, unfortunately, this property owner is not taking care of their property. We would ask that you appoint someone to take over control of the property while we're in litigation. And so that's what we do when we appoint a receiver. So the court is actually the party taking over the real estate at our request.
Okay, then after the, you go through the court proceeding, what happened to the property at that time?
If we're successful, if we're successful in court, we can ask for a receiver to take over the property and sell the property to somebody that would improve the neighborhood. Many times the receiver, if it's in receivership, will sell the property to someone that's going to better the property. For instance, the example is the dentist that recently purchased 2007 East Compton, or the family that purchased 1806 136th Street.
Okay, so really, someone else is going to be responsible for the liquidating the property and as far as the funds is concerned.
Right, and we've had the opportunity to work with some good receivers that are looking for the right buyer, the one that's going to help improve the community.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions from the council?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I have a question. 100 block of East Raymond, I noticed that's in your presentation.
Yes.
So we obtained an abatement order from the courts to clear the property and to maintain it. Was that all done at one time, or did we have to go back once we cleared it?
We have to go back. And so there are times where the grass will grow, and that's why we were able to obtain a judgment on that property, because the property owner just didn't show up. So after removing the trash, the pictures you saw there, was cleared, the grass was cut. The grass continued to grow, and so we were able to get judgment on the property owner of that property recently.
Okay, so, because I noticed that, yeah, it abuts the Alundra side as well.
That's correct.
So does that include the Alundra?
We have another, I didn't use the Alondra as an example, but yes, that whole rectangular strip of land is what we've sued. There's 3 different property owners on that rectangular strip of land, and so we've sued all 3.
Okay, so the city now has been issued, we can now clear it and then add it to the property owner's taxes, is that correct?
No. So when it comes to, and thank you for asking that question about the mechanics, when it comes to the cost of abatement, what we do is we don't add it to the taxes themselves, but we actually add it against the property as a lien. And once we obtain a judgment, we can then sell the property to have the city paid back its lien.
Oh, thank you. Because right now, the grass, weeds or whatever has grown up over 6 feet tall, so we now have permission to clear it at this point?
That's correct. We'll be going back for another abatement order. And with regard to the East Raymond property, we have a judgment, which means we can simply get the court order to enter on the property anytime we need to.
Oh, okay, great. And you'll be seeking that same for the Alundra side as well, I hope?
We did. And
You
if
did,
you
okay.
recall, Alondra had the same problems we had there on East Raymond. It was the same, but we were able to get the trash out. I know it has grass growing now, and so we just need to go back and get another order to cut the
In
grass.
fact, they have trees grown now.
Okay.
Okay, so long as we can get it cleared, that's the main point. Thank you so much.
Yes, we can.
I want to thank you for the closing or taking ownership of the property at 1806 West 136th Street. That was a nuisance on that block, and I had been getting complaints regarding it since I've been in office. So I really appreciate the fact that we were able to take over that property and sell it to a family that will do good by it and continue to improve that neighborhood. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just want to say thank you for your dedication in addressing these nuisance in our city. It's been an issue in our city for some years now, and I just appreciate the partnership and you being able to address it in a way that it absolutely benefits the city. So thank you again for your service.
Thank you. And I'll say this, I couldn't do it without the help of code enforcement, without the help of the sheriff's department, with the help of the city itself, public works. So that thank you is to me, but also to them.
Thank you so much for coming and giving, like I said.
Madam Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
I just have one other quick question for him. So our vacant lots that we have here in the city, the municipal code stipulates that they must have it fenced in properly. So are you helping us with that as well?
I have not been tasked to work on those properties as of yet.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And as I'm looking at this, the map of the dispensaries, it appears that there's only like one or two, very few open.
There's one open that we're aware of.
That is a great progress. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. If there's no other questions, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk.
Madam Mayor, we move to public comment on agenda and non-agenda matters.
Okay. Our first speaker is Joanne Hartfield.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm here on a total different subject. I wanted to know, how well do you guys know people that you give awards to? You gave an award to a young man a couple of months ago that do a designer, BJ Gray. You remember him? And so like me in the audience, I see you guys celebrating him, so I decide to use him. And he's not calling me back. He got my money. I mean, what's going on? How well do you know this person?
Let me say this to you. I was introduced to him. I do know him, so I'm not understanding. I don't have anything to do with his business per se.
Yeah, I know you don't have anything to do with his business, but you know, I know the mayor, so there's like, I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. So you know this young man, can you help me get my money back if I can't get my dress? My baby birthday is next month. I done spoke to this man over 2 months. Now he been out of town, and different stuff like that. I don't want to keep driving back by the Dodger Stadium. If I got to drive and sit by his office, I will. But since you know him, you can help me out by contacting him.
Yeah, I would. As a matter of fact, give me your number before you leave.
Okay.
Give it to my liaison.
Well, you can get it from Satra. She has my number as well.
Okay.
So she can give you my number because my baby birthday is next month. My daughter has autism, and I'm the voice for her. So I'm figuring, you know, you guys are showing him off. I asked him, do he work with other people? He said yes. He gave me a price. I gave him more than what he wanted to put down. And now he's nowhere around. So can you please help me contact BJ or whatever you need to do to get my money?
My liaison is back there, Brittany. Yes, ma'am. Lisa McCullen.
Good evening again, Madam Mayor, fellow councilmen and women. Of course, again, my name is Lisa McClellan. I'm here again in regards to the water aerobics program that I know now we don't have anymore. And unfortunately, I'm having to pursue a different avenue. There's this program that came to the Pools of Hope. The only thing with this is for the ladies that, if they're not a vet like I am, to be able to benefit freely, they're gonna have to pay at least $400 a year to be able to participate in that program. And for the ladies that asked me to come again tonight, the seniors, the ones that are retired and different things like that, that is like a ridiculous amount of money to be able to continue their being able to stay in shape. And just the camaraderie, the the sisterhood, everything that has been developed. It's mind, body, and soul that develops in that program, and the women that have been benefiting from being able to exercise together. And it is not always about getting a hard body, because trust and believe, I ain't trying to do that no more, but a healthy body. You know, so help us help each other. I pray that you guys will figure out something. Yes, there is lighting at the pool, and the pool was heated, you know, sufficiently enough for us to be able to do it. And yeah, you've got to pay a little something. We don't mind that, but help us out a little bit if you can. I know I didn't put it on my thing about that vape, that stuff they doing with them balloons, but if y'all getting illegal dispensaries out of Compton, please work on that, because that is something that is killing our young folks and got them acting crazy. And it might sound funny to them to put that balloon and make their voice sound, whatever the case may be, but it's having serious effect on our community. So thank you.
The next speaker is Dion Powell.
Hey, good evening, council. How y'all doing? Okay, I'm gonna hopefully be able to get through this. I woke up this morning to no water after paying a $110 partial bill 2 days before. I got the payment plan that I have with you guys, and they just proceeded to turn it off any old way. I pay my bill every time I get paid, almost every time. But I haven't missed a payment, but it's not as much. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain in the limited time that I get here. But I went up there to try and work it out, and the dude was like, well, you missed the payment, you didn't pay all your bills, so we cut it off. I'm like, oh my goodness. I was told that I could miss no more than 2 payments. And with my limited salary from disability, I make it up on the back end, always. That's 3/4 of my pay that I get paying for 2 months of water bill, plus the back pay. That's not really fair. I mean, I should not have to go through this. I have my kids back at the house now, well, my grandkids, plus a newborn baby. And I woke up to no water, and I don't understand. And I get no help at all. No help. Don't care, don't want to try. This money could have been, I pay it. And for some reason, there is money in that pay that's not showing up on my bill every month. Because I pay whatever the bill is that month, plus these payments. And for some reason, I still owe payments. I am delinquent, and I don't understand. So I need some real help. And this guy up here at the office, he just don't give a crap. He needs to be fired for the way he talked to people. So I don't know what y'all got going on with this dude, this supervisor, but he needs to be gone, because I came in there nice and calm, and I ended up yelling at him at the end for no reason at all. I just came to find out why my water was off and I'm paying my bill. I can't afford to make payments and then have my water cut off. I can't afford that. I gotta buy food. Food is high as hell. And I got other bills. I'm paying almost the same for my gas, almost the same, because during the pandemic, they didn't pay my bill. They didn't pay it. So for that whole time, I'm paying 2 bills that's over $3,500. A gas bill and this water bill. My electricity is off. For 3 years, it's been gone. I can't even get it back on. I don't even want it back on. Y'all get rid of this bill?
I think,
Turn my water back on, please. I can pay the bills. I can pay them.
Mr. Powell,
But they're going to be sporadic. I told them.
Mr. Powell,
Yes, ma'am.
your time is up. Okay, thank you. Someone from the city manager's office is coming to get his number, and she'll speak with him. Mr. Powell? Mr. Powell? The assistant city manager? Yes, thank you. Marie Villarreal. Maria.
Buenas noches, María Villarreal, Compton Latino Chamber of Commerce. I have a couple announcements to do tonight, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit about the water bill. It made me realize that I wasn't, when I hear other people complaining or saying something about things, you know, it made me realize that I'm not the only one. The water department needs to be seen, you know, somebody needs to do something about it. And no matter how much you pay your bills on time, you still get charged $12 late charges. Every single month. You pay the whole amount today, and you receive a pink bill saying that you got 2 months to pay that water bill, but they already add in the $12. Everybody's making money in the city of Compton. Every department. And we're losing services. We're losing, there's no respect, there's no care, and there is no, like, our community need support. You're representing us. You are the representatives. We believe in you at one time. Don't allow us to lose that belief in you. Help us. Not just give him the number and say we're going to do something about it, and I can guarantee you you're not going to do anything about it. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. I went through that. So anyways, I do still believe in my council people and my mayor. So let's just start putting little things together, little dots together, and help people. You don't want to help me, it's fine, you know? But the community needs you. Forget about Maria Villarreal or the Latino Chamber of Commerce or all that, but it's sad to hear all these complaints about the community. Seriously, it's something that we need to take action on and not just take pictures when we're doing something good, events and stuff like that. Let's show love and respect for the community. Anyways, I have a couple announcements to make. The Compton Latino Chamber of Commerce is inviting you and the community to the new workshop. It's called The New Art of Living Financial. We also having a Thanksgiving luncheon for the business on November the 20th. The workshop will be taking place November 17th at 7 p.m. at the Chamber's office. The Thanksgiving luncheon is for the business, like I said, and it's going to be on the 20th of November. Community meeting is going to take place November 24th at 7 p.m. It's very important that we continue having community meetings to allow the communities to express themselves how they feel about.
Mr. Kenzie Jones.
First thing I would like to say, thank God for letting all of us be together again. Something else, I was walking around while I was driving downtown, and I was right there on the corner of, what's that, Willowbrook, and right by the El Pollo Loco. What are we going to do about that monument right there? It used to be waterfall coming down, looking nice. Do you know what kind of beauty that would bring to this city? If they painted, put the lights back on, water sound good, because I have a fish tank and the water sound real good. It really do. And the only way we're going to get people to come here, we have to have something to look at. Imagine when they're walking down the street, hear that water running like that, and you don't see no grass and no jacked up paint right there. That is a part of the city, right? I know y'all see it every day, every year. It's time now to put money into this city. Do you know what that'll make? How would that look, everybody driving down there and look to the right and see that water running like that? Then have the electrician to put some lights right there at nighttime. They can see the water running down, and that would look beautiful. And we have too many vacant lots around here now. We got tons of vacant lots. That's something else that's making the city look bad. But I can say Wilmington is looking much better. It is looking much better. I'm not complaining, I'm just trying to make our city look much better. If I see it, I know everybody else see it too. Quiet mouths never get no kind of understanding unless you talk to someone in a very respectful way. We all have a job to do. You know what you're supposed to do in your job. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to let you know that we can make this city look much better. If someone else's yard look good, how come we can't get our yards looking like that? How come we can have green grass when you drive down the street, still a dead grass, weeds everywhere, paper and vandalized, graffiti? That's what we got to change. We got to get people to come here and spend money. But we don't have nothing. My church wanted to have a dinner, but we have to go downtown Long Beach because we don't have a place to take no one to a dinner. So we had to rent a place downtown Long Beach. We don't have nothing in Compton. No restaurants, nowhere to go, no sports bar. For the baseball, we didn't have nothing. Everybody have to leave Compton to go somewhere and watch the baseball games. That's not the matter of celebrating. We're trying to bring money into the city. That's what we're trying to do. You can celebrate in your house, but what about the outside?
Mr. Kinsey, that monument that you're referring to, I believe the money is in the budget for that. I will have the city manager take a look to see when the project is supposed to be completed.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The next speaker is Karima Bradford.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for replying. I think a lot of the issues that I hear, a lot of times, is because there's no responses. So I know in the past, the council will require the city manager to take down some of the complaints and provide a response either on the web or give you a report so that you can reply. I do want to thank the gentleman for the presentation because he demonstrated what a lot of us have been saying. Everything that we need to improve the city is here. When people come into the community and tell you that everything is old and outdated and that's why things can't be done, that's a lie. He didn't say he changed one rule. He didn't change one policy. He didn't change one procedure to be effective. He just enforced it. So a lot of things, we have resources, we have money. If we don't have staff, we have money. We have a salary savings. We can negotiate with the unions to contract some services off to relieve some of the pressure that they have to get things done until we get staff. We have a lot of money, so we always have resources. Some of the things that people complain about, we have rules. The city has a rich tradition of having rules. And as a council, you should be proud to say that when people come up here and feel confident that you have the power to get things done. For example, customer relations. That's been a SOM since 1997. It is the policy of the city of Compton to provide prompt, efficient, and courteous service when responding to citizens' needs, and to promptly investigate and resolve all citizen complaints or allegations of improper service. There's no reason that citizens are coming up here week after week and the council is not enforcing a 27-year-old policy. There's no reason for that. So be empowered to say, Mr. City Manager, what are you doing about this? Because it's there, it's in the books. You shouldn't have to contend with this every week when we have a tradition that we want to provide service to the public. Cleaning up the community. There is a municipal code that's been on the books since I was younger, and it says, owners to maintain sidewalk and parkway free of weeds and rubbish and public property. Every owner of real property or person having charge or control of same is required to maintain a property free of rubbish, weeds, or grass over 6 inches from his property, extending to the center of the street, which includes the parkway, sidewalks, alleys, or easements. It does not cost anything to do a sweep of every major thoroughfare, send out a reminder notice to every business, and then enforce it. That will clean up the city. It doesn't cost anything. We have a volunteer program. Everybody that come up here to speak, do you want to volunteer an hour or two? Have them be a part of it, those that do. But what I'm saying is that think outside the box. The 5 of you cannot clean up this city. All of us can. You have.
Thank you. Humberto?
Hello, how you doing, MHRA, Spacer, friends? Hey, all the guys from Compton, I with you. 100%.
Mr. Barjo, please direct.
All right, listen, this is my point, direct to the point right now. I hear this guy, he wanna take over the properties because it's an empty land, right? I have this property for almost 4 years, 311 is restaurants. I always, I tell you, I wanna do it as a gas wheel shelter, no matter what, I wanna do it. So I ask you for support. Right now I get a letter from code enforcement that the property is too much trash, blah, 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 and that is not true. I already hear that investors who want my property to do in a multifamily, low income. It's not gonna happen. This property, people need it out in the streets. It's a lot of homeless over there. I already tell them a lot of times that I need your support. I've been always giving support to you guys from 2019 and COVID-19. I give support for giveaway food, especially you MHRA. I give toys away. I always support City of Compton. So I come in with this BS. Come on, guys. This property is used for giveaway food to the communities. I want to start over and again. I hope so in December. I want to start give away food. So I ask you, please, give me the support to this happen as soon as possible. People need a property, empty property that these people say, I can use it, I can make a beautiful Compton again. You have a lot of money running, so hey, let's go use it. You collect for taxes, you collect a lot of money for water, so, and the Compton here need to be nice. Not for me, not for you, not for you guys, for everybody, for our kids, for the new generations. Eh? We need it, guys. So working together, make a strong Compton together. Okay? Latinos, brown, you know, everybody, we can do something better for our city. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. I hope so. Put action. Don't put it in 1 year and come from the other one. Let's go do it. Action. Action talk. BS walking. Okay? Thank you, guys. All right. Thank you, guys.
The next speaker is Anthony Lewis.
In the past several weeks, you had people coming up here trying to quote the city charter. And one of the problems that they came up with was the city manager. And I want to put this on for the record. The city manager is the chief executive officer and head of the administrative branch for the city government. And he shall be responsible, and I'm going to rush through this, for the followings. He could appoint and remove people. He can prepare the budget for you all and submit it to the city council, and to be responsible for the administrative adoption of it. He's responsible to submit to the city council the end of the year, fiscal year reports, which he does every year. He keeps the city council advised of the financial condition and future needs of the city, and perform other such duties as you all allow him to do. And this is a phase in the charter that a lot of people miss. The city council shall have the power and authority to compel this attendance of witnesses, to examine them under oath, and to compel them to produce evidence before the city council. So if the Magnificent Seven comes up here and tells stories, y'all can subpoena them to come prove what they're talking about and have them arrested. It's a misdemeanor. They can't do that. Just like they're doing right now with their little rubber mouths. They can't do that. And for the record, Councilman Spicer, when he puts his head down like that and he starts smiling, y'all in trouble, because he's loading up to fire up some things, and he's doing an excellent job, as the case of Ms. Duhart, as the case of Mr. Bowers, as the case of Ms. Darden, and as the case of the mayor. And y'all have no right coming up here talking to him like that. And I've been biting my tongue. And there is one other part I want to talk about, but I'm not going to mention it today because it'll really sadden my heart a little bit. But yes, I will. The city manager is in charge of law enforcement according to the code enforcement, the civil code, municipal code. But anyway, glad to see you all again. The property at 2000 Parmalee is a private-owned property. They are building ADUs back there and doing what they're doing, and they're all licensed and got permission to do it with. So everybody that's complaining.
Thank you. The next speaker is Linda Kelly. Linda.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, and staff. My name is Linda Kelly of Fathers and Mothers Who Care. First, I want to thank you for bringing our item back on the agenda tonight to vote. Whatever the outcome, Fathers and Mothers Who Care is grateful for the opportunity to be of service to the residents of Compton. I'm here about an urgent housing stability concern. As you may know, there's an upcoming Housing Authority mandate affecting Section 8. Specifically emergency housing vouchers, which was called EHV vouchers, set to take effect January 2026. As of 1/2026, residents who were issued EHV vouchers could be at risk of losing their housing if conversions of the extensions aren't put in place. Our organization helped process at least 200 EHV voucher holders, just a fraction of the total issued, and we are deeply concerned that both the EHV vouchers and other voucher holders could be impacted. I have a few direct questions for the city. Has the Compton Housing Department formally briefed the council on the mandate that's going to happen on January 2026? Is there a written plan before January 26 to prevent displacement, including steps for converting the EHV vouchers or traditional residents to other voucher categories? What tools or authority does the Housing Authority of Compton have to facilitate those conversions, and what support does it need from this council? Have landlords who currently accept EHV vouchers been notified about the upcoming plan, and what is the path to keep their tenants housed? FMWC is passionate about keeping Compton residents housed. We are ready to partner with other outreach landlords and engagement and case management so families and individuals are not pushed onto the homelessness by any avoidable administrative cliffs. I respectfully urge the council to please do not wait. Direct your staff and please present a plan with milestones, landlord communications, and tenant protections well before January 2026. Let's act now so that we don't face a larger unhoused crisis that Compton is facing right now. Thank you for your time and for your service to our community. I yield.
Jacqueline Nelson.
Good evening, everyone. I am here to discuss a few things about the water company. Not only are a majority of the staff extremely rude, but what's more important is we're being charged a lot of fees. We have a $40 fee on our bill that's just for the startup water that sits in the pipes. Also, when I went to go pay my bill a month ago, I was asked to pay an extra $61 because it was in the process of being shut off. Not shut off, just the process. A few months, unfortunately, I've dealt with this before, but a few months before that, within this year, it was a $50 charge. For someone, you get charged extra the $50 for someone to come out and cut the water back on. That was understandable. So I reached out to someone named Ms. Benz, which was very helpful. She called me back, and she also did a conference call with Juan, which is the supervisor of the water company. And I questioned him regarding these fees, and I asked him, when did it change from 50 to 61? And he told me years ago. I have 2 bills that I received this year. One bill says 61 and one bill says 50. So if you guys could just help us with the water company and these fees that they have, because the fees are totally different on the bills which was this year. So I'm just not understanding why we have to pay a fee when the water is not off. I understood when it was off, but if the water is not off and they're still making us pay this fee, it's a little unfair. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager, could you please give some information in regarding what is happening there in regards to the water, and please give the council updated report on that. Thank you. Kiki Owens.
Hello, I'm back. So look, outside of what Miss Linda said about us helping all the homeless people, we also do a lot of events for kids, which I know that a lot of you guys don't do. I don't know why, but you guys don't do a lot of events for kids, and there's a lot of kids that live in the city, and how we gonna take over the city if we not worried about the future. So we just did an event, the Backpack Drive, which was the biggest backpack drive that Compton's ever seen. Trust me, I know, because I've heard. And we just did a trunk or treat at Looters Park. We had over 150 kids that came out. We gave away food, we gave away candy, we gave away juice. So outside of homelessness, we're also worried about the youth of the Compton. So we need some of y'all help to help us get some of these, things done. If y'all need help with events, we can do that, but we need to put on more events so we can become more as one. Because right now, we like too divided. And all these extra bills, people won't keep coming at y'all heads. I don't want to come at y'all head today. I'm just coming, just letting y'all know, we are doing things in the city of Compton. All these other names that y'all be talking about, these lasses, these are all these people that's helping these people. I don't see none of these people out here doing nothing. I don't see them nowhere. Because when I'm outside in the streets, in the field doing stuff, they're nowhere to be found. I'm letting you know right now. We need to come together. We need to figure this out. Real stuff. I ain't saying nothing else. Simple. Let's go.
Mr. Martin.
Good evening, Council, Mayor. I have just 2 requests. First, we need to get into our law enforcement. We had to really dig into them because I had a girl. She came to my house about 2 o'clock in the morning, running from, she said, somebody was trying to kidnap her. So I had to bring the sheriff and the fire department and everybody to my house to help her. So we have a crisis here. Whether you know it or not, the cartel's in the house, okay? Whether you know it or not. It's going to get real bad soon. Secondly, I talked to a few of you council peoples, and you know who you are, where I'm trying to bring a way to generate revenue to the city. And I gave them my idea, and I hope they've been looking at it, in the past, and I haven't heard no word from none of them, but that's okay, because I've been working on bringing some of the best professional in the entertainment business to help me out with this task. And the council people that I talk to know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about nationwide. They like that idea. If I can get in, they can support me, as long as you guys can endorse me. We're not asking for your money. We're asking for your endorsement because some of these high-profile people, they're represented, they're gonna be calling you up once I give them the green light that this is gonna happen. And the only thing we need you to do is just say, yes, they are representing us to get this type of situation going. Because I've been hearing too much liability talk more than asset talk. And it's reason why we are a liability city, because we don't look the way to get ourselves out the hole. We're just going with the punches. And we got to stop that. One councilman up there, he said it right. And I have to, take my hat off to him. He knows what we really need. And the other two council people, they understand what I need. And I really appreciate that. And I think we need to get together so I can show you my staff that want to help me. And it's going to shock you who's going to come helping me. This is a nationwide staff that I'm putting together. They come from all over the country. They love what I want to do. I just hope you guys love what I want to do for the city of Compton. And those who I had the pleasure to have to my home, they know what I'm talking about.
Mark Smith. Also, he's not here. Lynn Boone.
Lynn Boone, City of Compton. I see Mr. Spicer left. You didn't have to leave. I'm not talking about you this week. That consultant that came up here and did the presentation, I'd like to know how much that cost, because it seems like we're getting more outsiders coming in here to do presentations, and they have no information on the city that we are a chartered city. The $1.2 million that was given in cash, I'd like the city treasurer, to give us a report on that. Or the $300,000 that we received from the trash company, since the charter says not a little bit, not some, but all monies are supposed to be given to the city treasurer's office. But since Mr. Hopkins came here, I guess he feels like he has a vault in his office because they don't get away from his office. They just seem to stay there. Fee increases. Fee increases have always been provided to the city in a public hearing, but where the public can speak on it as well, because they are going to be the ones that the fee increases will affect more than, especially not you guys, more than Mr. Hopkins. But since the fee increases haven't been addressed, what are the fee increases for? Where is the fee increases going? The lady just said about the water department, how it went from $50 to $61. It's ridiculous. Even our city charter, from $1 to $6.50, and it's illegal. The city charter, people do not print that new city charter that's on the website. If you want to print one, print the one that says November the 22nd, because what is placed in that new charter is not in effect now. And our charter is supposed to address what's going on now in the city, what's taking place. And the $6.50, there's nothing that shows why that should be increased. I've been told because it's been put in Spanish. But so in other words, the people that don't speak English that well, or don't speak or don't read English that well, they should be penalized? No, it doesn't make any sense. Not at all. It's for accountability, number one, and we don't have it here. And then, as far as the abatement, I just want to ask the city attorney, were you included in with that? No, I don't think so. I didn't think so.
The next speaker is Missy.
Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Good evening, Council. I'm Missy, City of Compton. I want to piggyback on a few things from last week. First, Councilman Duhart, you had gave, I guess, your closing remarks about where food will be distributed, United Hands. Well, I received a few flyers from residents who want to know why Martha wasn't on the original flyer that came from your office with a list of all these nonprofits or vendors who were giving out food. Her name was not listed on that, and everyone was upset, including me, because she is the queen of food pantry here in Compton. She is. She gives to everybody, even nonprofits that needs food always contacts her, and she gives food, so it's a slap in her face. I would like to know, Council, since you guys are you guys work for us, and y'all work for the city. I want to know, why are we paying temporary employees to go on orientations? Is that what we're in the business of doing? I mean, you guys gonna sit there and look at me, but it's okay. So that needs to be clarified. Who are authorizing for temporary employees to go on pay from us, taxpayers, to go on orientations? Item number 8. No shade for the lady that came up here and spoke, but I remember this item came up and Councilman Bowers asked Nebraska for documentation to support this. He never did because he's no longer with the city. And then seeing that it was $1 a square foot or whatever, that needs to be ceased. So I think this needs to be pulled, come back with the appropriate information on what you guys decide that you want to do. When the guy Welch was up here speaking about the marijuana, Emma, you asked the question, oh, is there only one? No, honey, it's a lot of marijuana facilities to open here in the city of Compton. That I do know. It's not one, it's multitude. Every time you close down one, 10 open up. So don't let nobody come up in here and bullwinkle you and tell you something that's not true. Now, far as the parking control is concerned, they ride around. I see them all the time in my neighborhood. And I don't know if it's an ordinance or it's in their bylaws or when they driving through the neighborhood, burning up our gas, doing that.
The next speaker is Fidel. Weird. Vanessa, the next speaker is Vanessa.
The abatement enforcement, 140 million in penalties assessed against illegal operators, landlords, and illegal businesses. This should be 3 times as much. Steezy makes over $2 million a week. So I don't know why we're not getting more money out of Steezy. That's the kind of money Steezy makes. Steezy has a warehouse over 1 million square feet sitting on Commonwealth just off of Alameda. Eric, you shaking your head, you already know. That's the kind of money Steezy makes. So I don't know, maybe Welsh is part of Steezy. They buy lawyers, so maybe he's a part of them. But these numbers are not adding up. Another thing, we still have the casino there. We get $1 million a year from the casino, from what I understand. When Omar was in office, we were getting over $1 million a month. A month. Now we're down to $1 million a year. We need to look at that. Now we don't get the money we get from Chevron. We're not getting the money from the Alameda Corridor we should be getting. Those things we should really start attacking. That would help with taxes and everything. I know we talk about it all the time, but we really have to be vigilant in getting the money from these corporations. We have to. I understand the city manager is doing some things that we can start building our employee force up. We have and another thing, with the code enforcement, we need to look at these fences that are being set up in some of these, on our streets. I can talk about Piru, because that's the street I know. We are having borders. I don't call them fences, I call them borders. Because we're supposed to be fighting borders, but I think everybody likes borders, because the first thing they do when they purchase a house or rent a house, they throw up borders around the house. And it could be right in the middle of the street, which doesn't make sense since we don't have them on the block. I think we need to start looking at some code enforcement that will outlaw that type of building. And my understanding, you should be pulling a permit to put a fence up anyway. And I know there's no permits that have been pulled. There was a fence just put up, I think, on 136 in the middle of the block. There was no permits pulled. There's ADUs going up. You buy a house today, an ADU goes up tomorrow. They're not pulling permits for that. So we have to start looking at those things. One thing I have to say, Karima, it makes sense. We have these laws on the books. Let's enforce them. That water department, they all should have been fired when the money came up missing in the water department. When the theft took place, they should have been fired. And I'm requesting that the city council fire everybody in the water department.
Madam City Clerk, that's the end of the audience comments. I did ask you to post something. Were you able to find that?
I sent it to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Phone's off.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to read?
Yes, please.
In accordance with the Ralph M. Brown Act, California Government Code Section 54954.3, the City Council should provide an opportunity for members of the public to directly address the council on any item of interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city, before or during the council's consideration of the item. Members of the public shall also be permitted to speak on matters not listed on the agenda, provided that such matters are within the jurisdiction of the City Council. Public comment is open to all persons regardless of residency. The city may utilize speaker cards or electronic sign-up systems to assist with meeting organization. However, completion of such a form is not required in order to speak. No person shall be denied the right to address the council based on a failure to complete a speaker card or sign-up form. The City Council may adopt reasonable regulations governing the time allotted to each speaker and the overall time allotted for public comment, provided such regulations are applied uniformly and do not infringe upon the public's statutory right to participate in open meetings.
Thank you. Are there anyone in the audience that would like to speak? Thank you, Madam City Clerk. That's the end of our audience comments.
Thank you.
Excuse me. No talking out in the audience. Thank you, Missy. Madam City Clerk.
Now we move to the consent agenda.
Thank you. Consent items are routine and expected to be non-controversial. They will be acted upon by the council at one time without discussion unless a council member request an item to be removed or discussed. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Madam Mayor,
Any discussion?
before you take the roll call, I just want to point out on item number 5, we are adding an additional $300,000 here to tree trimming, and this is in keeping with your council's directive, that is to move our operational expenditures for tree trimming to $700,000 for this year. And as you know, we move through tree trimming by grids, and currently we're in a grid that surrounds City Hall, currently in an area behind Compton High School. And we do this in grids, but I just wanted to point this out for the public's edification, that based on your council's guidance to continue our infrastructure enhancements, that we added an additional $300,000. And as we go through this $300,000, at some point, we may come back to your council to add an additional $3, which will push us to $1 million on tree trimming for this year. Thank you.
Ms. Hopkins, thank you so much for giving that report. I requested that earlier today, so thank you. Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Councilmember Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers?
Yes.
Councilmember Darton?
Abstain?
Abstain. Mayor Sharif?
Yes.
Now we move to item number 7 on the regular agenda, a request to authorize travel for elected officials, 2026 Sacramento Legislative Tour, Sacramento, California, January 5th, 2026 through January 7th, 2026.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk, well, the dates are January the 5th
Through the 7th.
through the 7th.
So what I'll do next is
Find out who. yeah.
inquire about each individual member. Mayor Sharif, will you be attending?
I have to check on another one first, and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Councilmember Deidre Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers?
Yes, I plan to.
Councilmember Darton?
Yes.
Madam Mayor, I might suggest that you say that you're going,
Okay.
and then
I can
if you
cancel it.
don't attend, you can cancel, so then that way it's already approved by the council. We
Okay,
don't have to
because
come
of-
back at a
okay,
later
thank you.
time. Thank you. So roll call, please.
Roll call. I'm sorry.
Councilmember Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers?
Yes.
Councilmember Darton?
Yes.
Mayor Sharif?
Yes.
Now we move to item number 8, unfinished business. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Compton authorizing the city manager to enter into a 6-year lease agreement with Fathers and Mothers Who Care for the lease of city-owned property located at 920 North Alameda Street.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah, I have a couple of things to say. So when this was on the agenda some time ago, requested Mr. Jones to bring a breakdown to how do we get these numbers. I'm a little bit, as a resident, I'm a little appalled that we just shoved the same thing back down our throats, and it was, the information requested was not given. Also, I just don't know how these numbers, how they came up with these numbers. Also, per the state audit, we're no longer supposed to lease land at $1 a square foot. Also, we agreed that the city would fix the building up and lease it out at market rate. That's a conversation that I remember. And it's as though nothing ever happened and we're doing the same thing. These numbers, there was no breakdown. One of the things I requested, they said, well, they'll pay for upkeep or fixing the building. What exactly?
How did you get the numbers? That's all I asked. And he failed to turn in that paperwork.
Are there any other questions?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I have some comments. One of my questions is, did the building and safety inspect the building and identify the work that needs to be done to the building? And who decided that the work listed was all that needed to be done? The city is liable for property and its failure. And failure to have the building and safety department to do prior inspection, it only leads to bigger issues. For example, look at the problem we're having with the council chambers now, upgrading it. So the building and safety, it's my understanding, you know, it didn't go through them for proper permits and et cetera. So I do not think that any organization should do any repairs to any city building. The city should repair our own buildings and then rent it out to whomever that want to rent it at the prices that $1 square foot and 50 cents per, but that's for indoor, outdoor 50 cents per square foot. So I want this to be made clear. What the organization is doing for the community, I thank you. I think it's wonderful, but we have to protect the interests of the city and the citizens here, and I am not in agreement with allowing any organization to do the repairs. So, and I think that's all.
Are there any other?
I wanted to add one more thing.
discussion? Oh.
I agree with Ms. Darden. You know, they do a good service. However, we have other nonprofits here like Martha Barajas, who works her butt off, and we've given her 0.
Okay, so council, with respect to what's on the agenda, this is about fathers and mothers who care, not any other organization. As I read it, it looks as if they're going to invest $168,000 into one of our buildings. As I understand it, we don't have any, we're not scheduling to spend any money on that building ourselves. We're not fixing it up ourselves. It's not on the agenda now. We haven't budgeted for it. I know that that building has been broken into a couple times as of late. We're not doing anything with the building at all, and we're holding up an organization from coming in that's already doing the work, that's already housing our residents, that's already feeding our residents, that's already providing baby supplies to residents, and amongst other things. They're doing a lot of work already in the city, and again, we have no plans for this particular building that I know of. We never talked about fixing it up ourselves. We never talked about renting it out at market rate that I was aware of. So I'm not sure why we would be holding this particular item up if we don't have any other plans for it. That's just my state on it.
Are there any other discussion?
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. I read the document as well, completely through and through. So it was presented tonight the same way it was presented before, and it has the Nebraska Jones name on the staff report, the agreement as well. So it hasn't been redone the way it should be. Also, I used to go in the building a lot when Angels for Sight was there. The building, at one time, you could not even use the water. And I know that for a fact. And they told me, don't even wash your hands with the water. So the building and safety needs to inspect, well, wait a minute, let me ask the question. Did the building in the safety department inspect the property?
Excuse me, no, Missy.
And another concern of mine is the ADA compliance. I noticed in the document that they were going to do the parking lot to stripe it for AD, but what about the building itself? I don't believe I saw anything about that. Like I say, I applaud them for what they do in the community. I love what they do. I like to help people as well, but it has to be right. It could be my mother, father, anybody. It has to be right.
So, Councilwoman Duhart.
So I just need to, are we looking to rehab this building? Is the city, is it on a schedule to be rehabbed by the city? And also, is it a liability for someone to occupy that building?
Madam Mayor and Council, the facility is currently not on any schedule for anything. If you recall, over a year ago, this same facility was before you on a lease agreement that you approved. I believe it was with Angels for Sight. We spent a significant amount of time negotiating that agreement, and then Angel for Sight came back and wanted to shift priority to a facility in Long Beach and asked to renegotiate the contract. But at that time, within the contract we had negotiated, they were to make capital improvements to that facility within a 6-month time frame. And when they came back and wanted to postpone that 6 months, we rejected renegotiating the contract.
Are there any other concerns?
So we were about to do this a year ago with Angels for Sight for $150,000 capital improvement. And here we are sitting with $175,000 capital improvement, which is $25,000 more on a building that we have no plans to rehab. And our council wants to do what?
Madam Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
With all due respect, the building is very old. I have no idea when it was constructed. However, it is in my professional opinion that it should be demoed, number one. So that's why building and safety needs to go and inspect the building itself, because like I say, you could not even use the water. So I'm concerned about public safety, to make sure it's safe for persons to go in the building and to utilize it.
I also want to add, made a formal request to the city manager's office to apply another $20 million for streets and infrastructure, including the monument, Alameda end caps, electronic marquees, et cetera.
What was that for? What was that? What is that about?
I'm not sure what that had to do with anything, but
Okay.
It was just expressing that there's monies, we do have some monies.
do we need to have this building inspected by our building and safety before we move forward on this? Is that like something that we can get a legal opinion about, or maybe city manager maybe can chime in on that?
Madam Mayor and Council, again, it's at your direction in terms of what you want to do. If you want to consider this lease, based on your comments tonight, I would recommend we have building and safety or someone take a look at the facility. If you don't want to go forward with the lease, we will get the building set for when we do our facilities condition assessment of all city-owned property. That facilities condition assessment will tell us the condition of every facility we own. But if you want to do something immediately, we'll ask building and safety, to take a look at the facility immediately to determine what next steps should be.
Mr. City Manager, I have a question on the facility assessment. So where are we with that?
We are in the process of putting together a solicitation to get a firm to come in and to go through an RFP to select a firm to do facility condition assessments as well as a real estate master plan to determine the highest and best use of all the property the city currently owns.
Okay, thank you.
So before I render a vote or an opinion on this item, I would like to have building and safety go and inspect the building, because I would not want to see someone in a building that our building and safety department says is not safe.
No problem. We will coordinate with building and safety to assess the facility.
Madam City Clerk.
So is that the direction? Are you going to vote, or you?
I'm asking that this item be pulled.
Tabled. Is that the consensus?
Pull it. Councilwoman Darden.
Pardon me, Madam Mayor.
The councilwoman from the first district is asking that the item be pulled in order to have it inspected.
Well, it needs to be inspected, because if I have to vote right now, my vote would be no.
Then, Madam City Clerk,
So we table it.
it's tabled.
Thank you. Now we move to item new business number 9, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Compton authorizing the city manager to enter into a professional services agreement and establish a purchase order with the Nadelson Dale Group Incorporated for the Economic Development Strategic Plan in an amount not to exceed $143,270.
So moved.
Item number 9. Is there a second? On item number 9?
Second. Second.
Is it, any discussion? Madam City Clerk, roll call. Wait a minute, hold on.
Hold on, Madam Mayor.
Okay, go ahead. Councilwoman Darden.
Okay, I would like to know, this item was pulled last week because I observed that we didn't have all the RFPs or the business that submitted a bid was not included. So, but now I've looked at the bids, and this group is not the lowest bidder. So how, I wonder what was used in order to justify, because I see one bid for $137,675, one for $129,500. So I don't know what was used, what criteria was used to select this particular company.
Madam Mayor and Council, Mr. Flournoy is coming forward to address this item, but again, remember, in your RFP process, you are to select the lowest and responsive bidder. So, Mr. Flournoy.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Madam Mayor and Council. Councilmember Darden, the selection process, we actually scored the sheets and we used a rubric that correlated to the actual RFP. And what we did, we picked the most capable and most responsive bidder. And so some of these other bidders, albeit their price is very low, they didn't have the capacity or the range and breadth of experience that the Nadelson Dale Group has. Nadelson Dale Group has done economic development strategies for about 37 cities or more up and down the state of California. They've done economic development studies for the County of Los Angeles, and they also had the enhancement to have had the opportunity to work on our general plan update, which included the economic development element, which the economic data came directly from the Nadelson Dale Group. So in terms of capacity and fit for the city of Compton, coming from where we are and what we want to do with something that's really robust, they had the most direct experience with a jurisdiction that was most comparable to ours. But we do have the scoring sheets that are readily available upon request.
Oh, okay. So you said they already worked on the general plan
with our consultant, MIG. So there's 9 elements in the general plan update. One of them is economic development. And so they consulted or subcontracted with the Nadelson Dale Group to do that work.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this company has done work for the city of Carson. Is that one of the reasons they may have been selected?
That's not one of the reasons, but it did strengthen their proposal.
Oh. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Councilmember Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers?
Yes.
Councilmember Darden?
Abstain?
Mayor Sharif?
Yes.
Madam Mayor, we move to council comments.
Let's start with Councilwoman from the 1st District.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Last Friday, I attended the 2025 Harvest Fest hosted by the Greater Zion Church family in partnership with Holy Revival Church and Trinity Chapel Life Center. The event was a joyful community celebration featuring games, food, jumpers, music, and plenty of family fun. So earlier, someone said that we don't do anything for the youth, and there were plenty of kids at this particular event. On Saturday, I attended the Compton Air and Space Show, where the community came together to celebrate aviation, innovation, and community spirit, three forces that have always helped lift Compton higher. This event was not just about planes or space exploration. It was about creating opportunities for our young people, from thrilling air shows and STEM workshops to hands-on experiences like flying planes and designing flight suits. It was truly a day where imagination took flight. Thank you to all the vendors who came out to support, and to the Fly Compton Foundation for putting on an amazing event, another event well attended by our youth. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of meeting the new owners of Grocery Outlet, Kathy and Gary Naylor, and welcomed them to the city of Compton. The Naylors are committed to keeping Eugene's legacy alive and doing all they can do to support the community. I encourage everyone to continue to shop local and support our neighborhood grocers. If you get an opportunity, please stop by Grocery Outlet and say hello. They are located at 2175 West Rosecrans Avenue. And I thank them for choosing Compton to come and have business, because there were other grocery outlets on the list that they could have chosen, but they chose to come to Compton. And I think someone said that I didn't mention Martha's food giveaway. Well, that particular list came from the County of Los Angeles. So Martha's organization must not be signed with the County of Los Angeles. I didn't create that list. I copied that list from the County of Los Angeles. So again, United Hands, they are on 139th in Wilmington, and I believe that they're there on Fridays, Wednesdays and Fridays. She's not looking. Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 until they run out. And so I encourage you to go there and support United Hands. Thank you. I hope you exercised your right to vote today. If not, you have until 8 p.m. to drop off your ballot at the drop boxes located at Gonzalez Park, Wilson Park, Burrell McDonald Park, the Compton Library, or Compton College. So please exercise your right to vote. You got about 35 minutes to do so. And in closing, I'd like to thank you all again for coming out this evening. Thank you for addressing your concerns with us. Ms. Villarreal, I would like for you to talk to my assistant, because I was not aware you were having problems with your water. So please make sure that you get in contact with my assistant so we can see what the issues are. And also staying informed and speaking up and working together to help us strengthen our community and continue to move this city forward. And as always, eat, shop, and buy Compton, a safe, clean, and friendly city. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Your hair.
Councilman Spicer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to make a couple announcements. On November 19th, we'll continue our nonprofit basic workshop. It's going to continue on the 19th of this month from 5 to 8 p.m. Planning and vision casting, holiday mixer, strategic goal setting, and budget planning is the topic for the 19th. For more information, reach out to my office at tspears@comptoncity.org. On November 23rd, we'll be hosting a Sunday giving dinner on 5 different blocks in in District 2. We'll be providing food, drinks, and just a community time, good time. We'll be blocking off a few of the streets, bringing out tables and chairs and some linens, and we'll cater food for those 5 blocks so that we can have Thanksgiving amongst ourselves and in efforts to build community. This will be happening on Tucker, McMillan, Orchard, Rose, and Sloan Avenue. For more information, you can reach out to my office, tspears@comptoncity.org, or you can go to our social media to get more information. The Entrepreneur Lab continues. It's an 8-week program from kindergarten 12th graders. It started on November 1st. It goes until December 20th. It happens every Saturday from 1 to 4, and it's sponsored, or it's hosted by Children Striving Together. Also, another Thanksgiving event. It's a Thanksgiving in the Park on November 27th. It's the 9th annual Thanksgiving in the Park, hosted by Unearthed and Empowered Communities, City Church, City Barbecue, myself and the City of Compton. Meet us at Ludus Park on Thanksgiving Day to assemble 250 hot meals and toiletry bags for our unhoused neighbors. Volunteers are welcome. You can just reach out by text or call. Number is 310-625-9571. And then going to the next thing here. We can see your smile. Free dental and vision services. First come, first serve. We are offering free dental and free vision at Dollar High Community Center. This is going to take place December 6th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is sponsored by AFRAM and Healing California. Again, this is first come, first serve, and again, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., so please come. As far as dentals, they're doing exams, x-rays, cleaning, and fillings. As it relates to vision, they are having x-ray exams, and prescription glasses will be made on site. So you can walk away with some prescription glasses. And lastly, the Compton Christmas Parade takes place on Saturday, December 13th at 11 a.m. We will be hosting a after party at Wilson Park at the end of the parade. Address is 123 North Rose Street in Compton. It's going to start at 1 p.m. immediately following the parade. We'll have jumpers, food, snow, performances. We also have a toy giveaway as well. So we'll be getting out more information about that event real soon. I think that covers all of my announcements for today. You all have a wonderful evening, and God bless and good night.
Councilman Bowers.
I would like to thank Community Lawyers Incorporated for hosting their 15th annual Justice Jam fundraiser right here in our city at the Dollar High Community Center on October 23rd. I had the privilege of attending and supporting this impactful event, which raises funds to provide free law clinics and legal services in family law, immigration, citizenship, special education, and tenants' rights for low-income families across LA County. Their ongoing commitment to expanding access to justice aligns with our shared goal of empowering and protecting our residents. The Senior Town Hall follow-up meeting will take place tomorrow, Wednesday, November 5th, from 12:30 to 2 p.m. here at Dollar Heights Center in the main room, located here on the first floor. We'll review the progress made on action items from our July session, discuss new updates to senior programming and city services, and continue gathering input to ensure city activities reflect your priorities. Your voice matters, and I hope to see many of you there. Before I close, I got a couple things. City Manager, I want to make a formal request to be placed on the agenda, $20 million for street repairs and other infrastructure. The money to come from the interest earning from Measure P, and to be placed on the city's agenda. So it's my formal request. I've sent you that letter. Um, Before I close, it is my great honor to recognize Miss Elizabeth Norwood, who is celebrating her 90th birthday. Well, who is Elizabeth Norwood? She is a proud, she retired from the Compton School District several years ago, but Ms. Norwood was a proud resident and has retired. She dedicated decades of service to shaping young minds. Many of today's leaders were once her students, and her legacy continues to echo through every life she's touched. Ms. Norwood was my sixth grade teacher at Caldwell Elementary. Ms. Norwood, we thank you for a lifetime of excellence, compassion, and commitment. On behalf of the City of Compton, we wish you a very happy 90th birthday. As always, our office remains grounded in community unity through focused, accountable leadership. Thank you and have a great evening.
Councilwoman Darden.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. On Wednesday, October the 29th, 2025, together with the council members and our city, with the council members, the mayor, our city manager, I attended the Restoration Diversion Services Compton Human Trafficking Task Force meeting held here at Dollarhide Center. Wonderful event. Two of the young ladies spoke that have now changed their lives. So it was really heartwarming to hear their stories. On Saturday, November the 1st, I attended the Compton Air and Space Fair at the Compton Airport. It was a celebration of aviation, innovation, and community spirit, and it was held at the Compton Woodley Airport. It was an excellent event, and I'm happy I was able to attend. On Saturday, November the 8th, I will attend the community celebration for the 60th anniversary of Compton VFW Post, honoring veterans and veteran service organizations at the Howard Morton Richardson Veterans of Foreign Wars Post, number 5394, located at 303 East Palmer Street here in the city of Compton. That event will be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Sunday also, St. Timothy's Towers will celebrate their 100th year anniversary, so I will be attending that event as well. On Friday, November the 21st, I will host the annual Urban Hoedown with seniors, including Bobby Harden, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at Dollarhide Community Center. Admission cost is $20 per person, and information and to purchase a ticket is available here at Dollarhide Community Center. On Saturday, November the 15th, I will be volunteering with King's Journey for a senior appreciation dinner for the St. Timothy Towers seniors that live there. This is an event that she's been doing for several years, and I will be volunteering to serve them and donate items if it's needed. Last week, I closed in memory of Miss Jewel Allen, who passed away last week. Her celebration of life is scheduled for 3:30 p.m. this coming Friday, November the 7th, at 6510 South Cherry Avenue in Long Beach. And I would like to wish my oldest daughter, Cassandra Montgomery, a happy birthday. Her birthday is today. And thank you, Madam Mayor. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And would you please make sure I get that information on Ms. Jewel's service?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to share a brief update on the Level Up mental health workshop led by Nimble Thoughts Counseling and Consulting Services in partnership with the City of Compton. This is something Missy did ask about. We went back, I had my staff to go and check, and I want to give you an update on it. The program has been a great success, promoting emotional wellness, communication, and self-awareness among youth and families at Kelly Park, Ludus Park, the Boys and Girls Club, the Lifeline Charter School, reaching around 50 participants. I want to thank our community partners, including Parks and Recreation, the Compton Youth Activities League, Boys and Girls Club, Lifeline Charter School, and members of the Compton School Board for helping make this initiative possible. The feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, showing that programs like this strengthen families, build connection, and reflect our city's commitment to mental health and healing. Past events on Wednesday, October the 29th, the City of Compton, in collaboration with the Restoration Divergent Services, held the first meeting following the relaunch of the Compton Human Trafficking Task Force. This initiative unites elected officials, faith leaders, local organizations, and advocates in the fight for justice, safety, and restoration for survivors of human trafficking. Later that evening, I had the honor of attending the Centinela Youth Services Gratitude Gala, celebrating 50 years of advocacy and restorative justice for youth. It was a wonderful evening recognizing their ongoing commitment to empowering young people and strengthening our communities. And I really want to thank our sheriff department for really referring our youth that seem to be having challenges when they come in contact with them over to this facility, over to this organization, because they're really doing an amazing job. Thank you. On Thursday, October the 30th, I attended Assembly Mike Gibson Roots of Resilience, a vigil for unity in Wilmington. This moving vigil uplifted immigrant families and workers affected by deportation, reminded us of the power of compassion and unity. I want to share that Assembly Mike Gibson will host another vigil for unity on Monday, November the 24th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Ted Watkins Park in Watts, following by a Mass at the Lawrence Catholic Church. On Saturday, November the 1st, I attended the Compton Air and Space Fair, hosted by the Fly Compton Foundation. This remarkable event featured flight simulators, virtual reality moonwalks, aircraft displays, and more, showcasing Compton's rich aviation legacy and its bright future in aerospace innovation. And earlier today, November the 4th, I attended the 2025 Wonder Tech Fest in Long Beach, a global platform highlighting innovation, entrepreneur, and technology. The event featured specialized summits, global speakers, and interactive exhibits that inspire creativity and drive progress across industries. I'd like to remind our Compton clergy leaders that my office, in partnership with Pastors of Compton, will be hosting this month's Compton Clergy Collaboration Meeting on Saturday, November the 8th at Greater Zion Church Family, located at 2408 North Wilmington Avenue from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. In closing, I would like to thank you all for your continued dedication to the City of Compton. Let's keep uplifting each other, staying engaged, and working together toward a stronger community. Wishing you all a safe and peaceful evening. See you next week. Thank you.
Madam Mayor, next week is a holiday. So
It
there
is.
won't be a meeting next week.
Oh,
We'll
really?
have the meeting the following week.
Wait a minute. I'm excited about the holiday. I love holidays. So it would be the following week, which will be
on the 18th.
on 18th. Then we'll see you on the 18th. First, let me say again, thank all of you for coming out, and I really did appreciate all the comments that we had coming from the community. Thank you. A motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Councilmember Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer? Councilmember Bowers?
Yes.
Councilmember Darton?
Yes.
Mayor Sharif?
Yes.
You adjourn at 7:40 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.